Maybe. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's very early for me, so good morning.
It's early for me for a Saturday too, so.
I mean,
earlier for Brianna.
My brain does not compute weekends, so it doesn't really matter. Also, my light just turned off.
Oh,
anyways,
I should close my curtains so you can actually see.
There you go. All right, so welcome to the kickoff of the first annual VedaCon, which is just
will be a thing.
What?
Be a thing.
There you go. It will be a thing.
Next year, we'll all be in the same building when we do this.
That'd be fun.
At least the 4 or 5 of us that do this.
There you go.
I'm just saying, we rent a cabin in the mountains with good Wi-Fi, and we go for it.
So great. But anyway, today we're doing it virtually. Mostly this is just a reason for us to be productive this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it forces us to be productive. We're also vlogging this weekend, so you'll get to see a little bit of like behind the scenes of filming, which is fun. But yeah, Veda starts next weekend, and I've enlisted a few people to help me on this crazy adventure. So
does it start next weekend or next Monday? I could have sworn
Sunday.
No, this is Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't process time anymore.
But like most of us do lives. I mean, I guess I'm doing a live on Sunday, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
I'm going to post my July wrap up because I get those out in a timely manner. So
my schedule, my July wrap up is already scheduled.
Good job.
I'm filming it tomorrow. No, I'm not. I'm filming it next.
We'll have another week.
I usually film it like when I know I'm not going
to right there. It's right there is where the July wrap up is going.
Very nice. All right. Well, before we talk about what's going on in the next month, let's introduce ourselves for those of you that don't know who
the people that are on this live stream. That is a cute cut, Brianna. I want to know where you got it. Can I submit that to the questions for today?
Amazon.
I need to find another one of those because the one I have is plastic and cracking.
No, this is metal, and I can literally leave it in my car, and there will still be ice in there in the morning.
Joy.
It's so nice. And then I got this straw is separate. Like, I just got this at Target because
I need to go to Target today.
They had like a rubbery type straw in it, and it bent and then stayed bent. So I just bought metal ones.
Remember when Target was in Canada for like 2 years? That was fun.
You don't have Target?
You don't have Canada? Targets?
You have Canada? No, I don't. Yeah, Target came to Canada for like 2 years and then fully just like didn't succeed. Like it went bankrupt in Canada. Yeah, it did. I don't know why, because it's like better Walmart and there was Starbucks in it. And no, it didn't. There's like ghost buildings with the big red bulbs where Target used to be.
That's
I wonder if they tried to because if I was a Target person and I was planning how to do my invasion into Canada, I would have started with the borders that already like border the United States, where people are going to Michigan and stuff to go to Target. I would have just been like, here, you've got one on your side of the border. I would have done a couple of stores there. And then as those got more popular, you expand out.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, so there was one in my hometown in Whitby. And it was great. Like, there were always people there. Like, I have no complaints about Target at all. Like, it's definitely nicer than Walmart. And God knows Walmart's everywhere.
I haven't been to Walmart since the pandemic started. And the only reason that I still shop at Target is because the one Target owner said, well, they can burn the store down, but we can rebuild. When a Black Lives Matter protest got out of hand, I was like, they get my money.
There you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
They're a giant corporation, but they get my money.
I haven't been to a Walmart since the pandemic started either.
I think
I'm going to get COVID. You will be at a Walmart.
Right.
If you're going to what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fair.
I think I've been a couple of times, but that's just because it's sometimes easier. It's closer than Target.
Well, the frustrating thing is I need to get in touch with my Target, my local Target, is they don't carry my lotion. So I either have to get it from Walmart or Amazon.
Gotcha.
Because like they carry all the other gold bars, but they don't carry the fragrance-free one.
That would be you. You would email a Target, be like, "Ma'am, you don't carry my specific logo." I'd be like, "Oh."
That's how they figure out that people want it.
Does Target have it on their website?
They don't have it on their website. They don't carry it at all. But like Target tells you, like if there's something you want at your local store, let them know, because that will help them decide that they're going to order it and get it.
I'm just saying that's the difference between us, Margaret. You would actually do it. I'd be like, "Oh well, I guess I better find a different place to go." Like I'm like,
a different lotion.
Walmart, Target, and Amazon are like $1 to $2 cheaper than any of the drugstores. Otherwise, I would get it at the drugstore.
Yeah.
So, and I use 2 bottles of. Well, I'm not using as much now that my skin has like gotten better in the last few years. But I use like 2 bottles of that a month, plus my normal like daily lotion. Like I have one that I do after the shower, but it's not one that you can put on regularly and like feel okay about yourself. Not feel like a buttered turkey.
So now that we know Margaret's lotion and lotion routine, should we?
Yeah, we should probably talk about
introduce
ourselves. Well, I feel like that should be my introduction. I have eczema, and I apparently talk about it all the time.
And also, you email Target.
Yeah, I haven't yet, but I'm thinking about it.
There you go.
I emailed the Boston Pizza one time because. Do you have Boston Pizza in the States?
No.
Okay, so it's a Canadian restaurant chain, and it's Boston Pizza. Boston.
But it's not in the States.
Boston, but listen, Boston Pizza, and they have their decor is New York. Like it's all like photos of the Empire State Building and stuff. So I emailed them and was like, "Can you not get fucking photos of Boston? Like, what are you doing?"
Or do you know that these 2 are different cities?
Like I know, so that's why
they're not even in the same state,
right? And like, it's not like there's no photos of Boston or Boston is ugly. Like Boston has really nice stuff.
Cries an American.
Apparently, it's started in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, Mitchell worked at Boston Pizza for years. So
Mitchell, why are there photos of New York? What's wrong? Like,
yeah. In fact, I met Mitchell at the Boston Pizza where he worked.
Interesting. Okay. So Margaret emails Target and Christine has been to a pizza place that doesn't know its cities.
That's so confused about what America looks like. Yeah.
I mean, at least they didn't at least it was on the same coast. They didn't like do a picture of like San Francisco or something.
Yeah, that would have been worse.
But isn't it? Because they could have. I feel like they would have if like
I'm just
close, probably.
Why couldn't they have named it like after a Canadian city if it's a Canadian company, right? Like,
were the people who started it originally Americans?
I'm confused as to what Boston pizza is. Like, that's not a thing. Like, you have New York style pizza
is a thing.
You have New York style pizza. You have Chicago style pizza. You have Detroit style pizza.
So what the fuck is Boston Pizza?
The pizza at Boston Pizza isn't even that good.
It's way better. The pastas I make, because you can make your own pasta bowl. You can just choose whatever the fuck you want.
That's a very Canadian word there.
There's CC's? Do they also have a salad bar?
Pasta? What did I say wrong about pasta?
No. I said
the way you're saying it is very Canadian.
The way it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Pasta.
She said pasta too.
It's pasta.
Pasta. We have pasta with our tomato sauces. Like.
Okay. No. The real question right now is: does Boston Pizza have a salad bar?
No.
Okay, then it isn't a CC's. Never mind.
Okay, when you guys come to Canada, I'll take you to Boston Pizza just for the experience, for the lols. Margaret, they do gluten-free.
I have very nostalgic
It's not the gluten-free I need to worry about. It's the dairy-free I have to do.
I have very nostalgic feelings about CC's Pizza.
It's all right. There's not a lot there that I can eat because it's pizza.
We don't have them out here in Utah, but we did near my college, and like you could go on, I think it was like Wednesday nights, and it was like $5 for all you could eat pizza for if you like brought in your student ID. And like I would eat so much pizza because I hadn't eaten anything in 3 days because I was a broke college student.
Oh my God. See, that's why I have credit card debt, because rather than not buying food, I use my credit card.
No, I was
also
like
bought
ramen. It's like I lived off of ramen when I was.
I didn't like eat for my first year university. Because we had a meal plan for our residents, and I had thousands of dollars that transferred over to second year because I just didn't eat for a whole semester. I was like, I'll have one Rice Krispie Square today, please. So, yeah.
My freshman year, I lived on campus, but then after that, I moved into a house off campus, and I just like did not know how to.
I have never lived on campus because I was a dual enrollment student through the last couple of years of high school. So I already had my AA by the time I transferred to UF, which meant I wasn't required to live on campus.
Right.
Honestly, if there's like one thing, and I guess required, and maybe it's a bit different in the States because in Canada you're never required to, but
some universities require you to, and I believe it's part of like that paternalistic idea that we need to take care of the college students. Like that literally is why they say it.
I would never recommend living on res. And Mitchell might disagree with me here because he was like in res forever. But I would tell anyone that has self-respect to do themselves a favor and not live on residence.
Yeah. I didn't mind living in Waterloo. I didn't mind living on campus. I mean, I didn't meet a whole bunch of people, and I had a private room, so that was nice. But like, I really enjoyed the fact that my 8 a.m. class was across the sidewalk.
Oh. I took one 8 a.m. class in my whole 4 years, and it's the worst mark I ever got. And it was history.
I took French at 8 a.m. That was an experience. Especially it was on the other side. I mean, like, and you can walk from one end to the other supposedly in 15 minutes. That's not. It was on the other side.
I took a class that was called like Germany versus Russia in World War II. And I was like lit because they always teach like the Western version. I want to hear like the Eastern theater.
Right.
I got there and he was like, Russia, the patriotic war. And I was like, what? And it was the whole class was about how Russia was the most excellent player in World War II. And to be fair, Russia like won for sure. But like, he had a very inflated sense of Russia, just the same way. Imagine like America it's the same idea as taking an American course about World War II, but it was insane.
And everyone wants to talk about Douglas MacArthur. Yeah.
But he was literally like, Goebbels, he had a fat ass. And then like that was our lesson about the Nazi leadership. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Interesting.
I mean, I'm cool with ridiculing some Nazis.
Yeah,
right. Like, okay, like maybe we should have a more educational, like, and it's just like German tanks, shit. Czech tanks, shit. French tanks, shit. Russian tanks were good. I was like, why do you have to buy trucks from the US then? Like, what the fuck?
Did you know that they've shown that, or somebody put out an article that like US, like our trucks in America are now as big as are almost as big as some of the tanks that were used in World War II.
No, wow.
It doesn't surprise me. I've seen some pickups.
Interesting.
And most of the time when I see those pickups, I'm like, oh, he's compensating for something.
Right. All right. So this weekend and Veda in general.
Let's get back. I won't tell you my weird pickup stories.
So first off, we've kind of changed the way Veda looks this year, and it's not necessarily like a requirement for you to do 31 videos. So what is your goal?
No one told me this.
Yes, I did. It's in the announcement video. If you chose not to listen, that's on you.
So I'm still figuring that out, but it's like I know what videos most of the videos I'm going to be filming because I have a list of like.
Are you trying for 31?
I'm trying for 31.
Well, it's 31 minus your lives.
So yeah, but I have a list somewhere, and I thought it was in this book. But I actually, there we go. I did the math of how many videos are like determined by day, because there are some videos that like I have Fresh Reach Friday, so that has to go out on Friday.
Right.
And how many like those are. So I'm just figuring out. I think I have 11 videos I need to figure out at this point, like what they're going to be, and then I just
that's not bad.
So
that's not bad. Well, a subtle plug for Merritt's live stream tomorrow, where we're going to be doing brainstorming.
Yeah.
Subtle plug. Yeah. Anyway, and at least two videos have already been filmed because they were filmed for April beta, and my brain quit in March. So
fair enough.
My goal is to have at least like half, like 15. But ideally, like I'd like more, if that makes sense. Like,
and also,
so you're trying for 15 videos.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'd like to get one up every other day, but like, if I could get one up every day, that would be even better. So really, I am trying for 31, but publicly, I am stating that my goal is 15.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I am trying for 31.
Off with August having that extra day, didn't we?
You really fucked me up with that.
There are 31 days in August.
Oh, it shouldn't be.
Hello, Denise.
I'm just saying it's really not fair that your birth months each get 31 days and mine gets 30. Like, who told you that? I mean, August is a pretty good month, but like December?
Wait.
It's cold.
Your birthday's in June. I was like, your birthday's in May.
You have to deal with one less day of summer for your birthday.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who gave an extra day to winter?
Caesar.
Yeah, fuck that guy for a few reasons.
Also,
causing me grief over your.
I mean, it doesn't matter to you, but you do get an extra day of Christmas for the kids that want presents. And
nobody cares.
School.
Nobody cares.
Gives a shit about kids.
They're
the worst.
So yeah, no, I'm trying for 31 videos because I've never been able to do it.
Yeah.
I think last August I got like 25, 26 videos.
That's really good though.
It was good, but it wasn't 31. And then obviously April just sucked.
I don't remember how many I got in April. Like I got like 20 something in August. And in April, I think I got close to 20, but I don't think I made it all the way to 20.
Right. So do you have Margaret, you said you have 11 left. Christine, do you
have 11 to fill out, and I already have some of those. Some of those are already filled out, but like I basically broke down, and some of this needs to change because I'm doing Tuesday talks for 2 of those.
Ooh, what are those going to be?
Tuesdays and tea, something like that. I don't remember what I put it in the chat, but like I sat down and I figured out how many reviews I was doing, how many vlogs I had time for, which that's going to change because I want to get caught up on vlogs this month. So I'll probably be doing more than one vlog a week.
I did 17 in April, so
nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And then I know I've got 4 Saturdays that are going to be sprints. So
no, that's nice. That's easy.
Let me see. I'm counting because this bothers me. 1, 2, 3.
I have 3 videos.
I got 16
scheduled and posted, and I have 7 more like where the theme is all planned out and everything, including the vlog for this weekend.
Right.
So I just need to be creative, I guess. I have one of the first videos I'm posting is a boozy book talk. Where I just get drunk and talk about a book I didn't like. And I'm wondering, because that was so much fun to film and edit. Like I was just fucking cackling editing it. And so I'm just wondering how many times is it appropriate to do that in 1 month before your subscribers think you have a substance abuse issue?
I mean, who cares?
And if anyone's asking, like, my car's taken damage, my shoulder dislocated, I've had a bad week.
But none of those were because of your.
I'm allowed to get drunk and talk about books.
But your car having damage and you having a dislocated shoulder has nothing to do with the fact that you drink.
Happened while I was stone cold, not even involved. Like I didn't damage my car. Dryer dislocated my shoulder. Not alcohol had nothing to do with it, baby.
You're not wrong, Mitchell.
Yeah, I want to turn it into like a channel where somebody else makes a video like talking about how concerned they are for me in like a really shitty So that then I get viewers who are like, oh my god, what's wrong with her?
There you go. But we like Derek and I always end up doing like a drunk book challenge during Veda.
It's good.
But Mitchell said just for Veda. You can only
Come September, I'll just be like the angel of temperance that the 1920s women were like begging for.
I don't think that will happen because you would have to give up all alcohol.
Yeah.
To do that, I don't think that's happening. I don't see it.
Yeah. I'm even gonna give up being bisexual and poly for September. I'm gonna be just like I'm just gonna be a virtual
sober
woman.
September.
I'm gonna wear a collar up to here.
Okay.
Not a
You
turtleneck.
realize that you would have to move out from your house too, because
We're actually married now. Thank you. So, excuse you.
Excuse you. Oh my goodness, that's. Anyway, so what are your plans for this weekend? Trying to be productive.
So I'm gonna get all of my memory cards figured out, so I know what I still have.
Mm-hmm. Good plan.
Because I have a couple of like special, specific vlogs that I need to like figure out where all like my Chain of Iron vlog is across like 3 different memory cards. So I have to get the memory card situation figured out. I want to solidify my schedule. Sunday we film. I'm getting a whole bunch of editing done this weekend, and I also need to get some reading done so I can finish one of those special vlogs. So, yeah.
Cool.
I think I want to try out reviews where I'm just talking, where I don't sit down. I'm like, hi, here are my thoughts about this. Like I want to like be like washing the dishes and talking about A Song of Wraith and Ruins or something. Because I feel like when I'm like doing something, I'm more like off the cuff and like honest.
Yeah.
Whereas when I try to like format it, I'm like kind of boring because I'm like kind of in academic mode.
Right.
So
I like academic mode, Christine. She gives me good information.
I know you do. I know you do, Margaret. But much like Danny Brown, I am concerned people find me boring. So
I do not find you boring.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily I don't think it's a boring thing. I think it's just that like BookTube has transitioned to be very casual and chill versus where it was 5 years ago and people were sit down talk about a book. That's whereas now we've tried to like integrate more real life. We've tried to integrate, that's why reading vlogs became so popular. And so if you format it in kind of like a reading vlog, but it's a review.
Yeah.
Then it might
that's what I think. And I think of like
more widely.
My haircut video did really well. And so I'm thinking like I can talk about books while just like doing chores and like doing life stuff.
Yeah.
And make it more like fucking I love this part.
She does not find you boring.
I know. You're right. You are funny and you have good information when you talk about books. I really appreciate your reviews. Although there have been a couple that I've avoided because I'm like, I don't want to hear Christine roast my favorite book and ruin our relationship. Or this book I liked. I wouldn't say favorite.
It's okay. If the Brown Sisters would have been a rant review, I wouldn't have watched it.
How could I have? If I had been able to, who could rant about those books?
I was a little worried when you gave them 4 stars, and I was like, oh no.
That's a great rating.
Well, I know, but like that was like where you started, and the thing is that like there are most people like if they didn't like sometimes if they don't think Chloe is that great, Danny's even worse.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So then like when you finish Chloe and you're like 4 stars, it's like, oh no, she's only gonna give Danny like 3.
No. Yeah, no. I like
you thought she was wait. You were afraid she was going to give the book with a bisexual woman.
Fair enough.
Chloe is definitely the least interesting of the 3 of them. But I think for me the difference between like 4 and 5 stars is like 5 stars there has to be like some kind of like emotional bias essentially.
Right. That makes sense.
And I love or it's just like a brilliant piece of like scholarship or something. Like I usually give like really, really well done scholarship 5 stars because I'm like, fuck, this person is smarter than me. But I think for Chloe and Danny. I'm like, this was awesome, and I really enjoyed it, and I had a great time reading it. And then Eva was like, Jacob, 5 stars. So
See, that
was
sense.
the difference, I think.
My ratings, 4 stars, are generally like, it's good, but I would change X, Y, and Z.
Oh, see, that's not how I work.
That's 3 for me. That's 3 for me.
Well, and it also is a lot because like I don't give a ton of 5 stars, and it's all based, like I do an average based on 5 different like concepts.
Same. Yeah.
So like, so if something's not a 5 in one of those concepts,
then
it's gonna be a 4 star.
See, that's usually what it is for me, because like usually for everything else, I do my like 5 categories rating divided by 5.
We need to do a video on that.
I have a video on it, actually.
Well, I do too, but it's like 2 years old.
Oh, true.
When I'm like baby Brie.
See, so I go by whether or not I would buy the book or I want to keep it on my shelves. Like 3 stars and above, yes, I will keep them. 3 stars, if I have to unhaul something and it's not part of the series, it may go. 2 stars, like 2 stars and 1 stars are
right. Yeah.
But then I think for 5 stars, it's like, it's the 5 star. You get 5 stars because you made me like circumvent my own logic, you know, where I'm like Cassandra Clare books get 5 stars for me. There's no way those are 5-star books.
No, they're not. But emotionally, they are 5-star.
But I'm like, Gem, 5 stars. You know, like that's what it is. You know, it's not real. So I think that's the difference. I think they probably like all 3 of them are probably 4-star books for me. Right. But because Jacob and Eve, like,
you had that like emotional response to it.
It's the emotional attachment, because that's the same thing for me. Like 4 stars are good books. They're books I really enjoyed, books I love, 4 stars are books I loved, but 5 stars, there's like a fanatic feeling for them. It's like I have to feel about the book like I felt about Percy Jackson.
There's that dopamine release somewhere in my brain.
Like I call it the 5-star fuzzies.
Yeah, that's a good way.
And then, like 3 stars is it was a book. It didn't make me particular, like it might have made me angry, but it wasn't a bad book. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm not mad about that I read it. And then 2 stars is I'm mad I read this, and 1 star is I'm going to go set this on fire in my back.
Yeah, 1 star I'm like, this offended me by how bad it is.
This offended me.
Like this was so bad that I'm offended.
Offends me.
Yeah. I'm like, this is trash, and I gave hours of my life to it. Whereas 2 stars is like, fuck.
2 ways you can go 1 star with me. You either write a really racist, horrible book, like racist, homophobic, that kind of thing. And I mean, like, you really have to be trying. Like, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies ended up getting a 1 star, mainly because it was you should read my rant review on it or see my rant on it. It's in one of my wrap ups.
Interesting.
But like, or you kill off the main character / love interest, and then I'm done.
Okay. Come on.
And that's
gonna get really mad at one of the videos that I'm making.
But like usually, like Allegiant got 1 star.
There are other reasons why those books can get 1 stars. Come on.
Margaret's gonna get mad at one of the videos that I'm doing.
Which one is it?
The authors that I'm breaking up with.
I'm
gonna unhaul my Renegades books.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't like. You're breaking up with Margaret.
Marissa Meyer is a little bit of a problematic fave. I don't think I'm gonna like read or buy any more of her books like brand new. I might finish getting my Lunar Chronicles series because I do think it is really well written.
But, I already unhauled those a long time ago.
she's a little bit of a problematic fave.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I just think that every single one of her books is exactly the same.
Karma.
Oh, Instant Karma was awful.
Yeah.
Remember when
it also was very appropriate.
Remember when I was fucking crazy? Remember that? About Evie being alive? Remember that? Remember when you told me I was fucking crazy and wrong? Remember when I was fucking right? Remember that? Just on the topic of Marissa Meyer, remember when I was right and you guys told me the whole time that I was insane and biased and I was right.
The whole time. I think there was a point in the book where I said, wait, nope, Christine is right.
Okay, but it took until book 3 because I was like in book 1, I was like, oh, the sister will be alive. And you guys were like, Christine, like, no, like, she got shot in the face. And I was like,
no, she didn't.
You took you guys into the third book. I called it in the first chapter of book 1.
It's true. She did. So what is a video that you're prepping for next month that you're the most excited about?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm
just trying to hype everybody up into like so that they'll go. Oh, by the way, everyone's down below. You should check them out.
Prep is already done for this one, but I'm really excited to finally get my Chain of Iron vlog out.
Okay.
Finally.
Another one of your time capsule vlogs.
We read it in March.
No, I'm pretty sure I read that in April.
If it was April, it was early April. Because I'm pretty sure that was your answer to April's beta as well.
Yeah, probably. But it took me longer than expected to finish the stupid book. No, April's beta, I was excited about the Taylor Swift video that I haven't decided whether or not I am actually ever going to edit.
Fair enough.
Like I did outfits as Taylor Swift as Taylor Swift albums. And like, I was like, you know what? I can do this better. I want to refilm this. And then my dad took down the jasmine that we had on the side of our house. And one of the outfits, like I had a really cool shot with me, like with the jasmine. Like, the one thing is like, I'm singing along to all of them, which I was like, this should be like, I didn't care because it was, and then I was like, this kind of does look a little weird. So? Anyways,
why is this a problem?
I don't know, because I
Do you want me to sing right now to make you feel better about it?
Christine, what video are you excited about?
So the Boozy Book Talk for sure, because can
you tell me what book it is? Or is that a secret?
Yeah, it's Hang the Moon by Alexandria Bellefleur. So it's the one we talked about. So I really liked the first book. I really liked Written in the Stars. And then the second book was like, what the actual fuck?
Oh no, you can fully roast me, Christine. I finished it March 13th.
March 13th, Margaret. What's your middle name?
Not gonna tell you that on
Margaret Ann. Margaret Sue. Margaret.
It's definitely Margaret Sue.
Margaret. Is it?
How did you guess that?
Cause Susie.
Actually,
Margaret.
She was named after my grandmother, but yes.
No, it's just Becker. For Sue.
Just Sue.
Maggie, Sue.
Wait, it really is? Oh, I was.
Yes, it is. That's been the middle name for 3 generations on my mom's side of the family. Because her middle name is Sue, and my grandma's middle name was Sue because she hated her first name, which was Adasi.
Mitchell, yes, it was.
Yeah, and I'll read it.
And the main character is Pam. So
yeah, so we're gonna read it together. But I'll still read it because I really liked the first one, and I just think the second one didn't need to be the male lead in the second one. It's just like he's just not a person I need to hear from ever again.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This is the one where they get engaged on Space Mountain.
Oh,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So you get a video of me
is the real question.
A tequila shot and cider in talking about Space Mountain and telling Alex that if he ever proposes to me on Space Mountain, I'll say no. To which he's like, "Dude, we're engaged. We're actually married now." But at that point, we hadn't made that decision. Yeah, and
I feel like that's the main decision that has to be made. Forget like the wedding and all of that shit. Like
right?
I don't.
Yeah, but there's just I found the book I mean you'll see. But anyways, I didn't think I would get actually that drunk. I thought I'd just get tipsy, but I didn't want to not be I didn't want it to not be funny. So I had this do I just drink a cider or what do I do? And so I took a tequila shot. And then I drink the cider. And there's one point in the video where I'm just like, I have pretty eyes. I'm pretty excited for people to see that.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
It was a hoot to edit.
That's going to be so much fun.
So note to self, do not watch that one at work.
I don't think I'm rude. I'm just silly.
So I'm more concerned about people coming to find out why I'm on the floor laughing.
Oh, I do.
I am allowed to listen to podcasts at work. I'm technically not supposed to watch videos, even though that motivates me more when I'm actually focused.
Right.
Yeah.
That I've been using that as motivation to get certain parts of my work done because if I get this, and this done, and I'm not making calls to people or having to make calls, because when I'm making calls, I listen to podcasts because they're easier to pause. So if I'm not having to make calls to people, I get to watch videos. So if I get my calls done, I get to watch videos.
We have like at work, we have a shared playlist too that we all add songs to and listen to.
Oh, that's
but
cool.
We're not supposed to have our phones out at all at work. But I work where there are no customers, so I kind of ignore that. They're like, it should not be where customers can see. Well, my entire building is not where customers can see, so I don't care.
Nice.
But like if they found out I was watching videos, I probably would get in a little bit of trouble. Especially since I don't just watch them, like since they're friends, I comment on most of them.
Yeah.
So
well, you can just wait till the end of the business day. It's all good.
There you go.
It's all good. I won't be mad if the comment is 4 hours late. Who cares?
Christine, I'm late on like a lot of videos.
That's what I'm saying.
You're just
like Margaret, I love you to death. I'm not expecting punctuality from you at this point, like mostly ever.
I mean, her vlogs are from May, so
the way
or March apparently.
The way I do YouTube is I add everything the next day. So everything that came out, so I watch the day before. I start that, like if it's all the videos that came out on Tuesday, which is a bear, I start that Wednesday morning and I watch through until I'm at the end of those videos if I can. But I just, instead of trying to keep up with stuff as they come out, unless it's something I know I've been looking forward to. Like, I've had some of both of y'all's videos that I've clicked on right away. I'm like, oh, okay.
I just watch whatever the homepage tells me to.
Yeah.
And then if I can't find anything, then like if YouTube is being dumb and recommending dumb things to me, then I'll go to my subscription.
Yeah, so I add everything from my subscription box. And it's funny because there are a couple of booktubers that at this point I'm like, maybe I should unsubscribe from them because like the content's okay. I enjoy it, but I'm just not into it anymore.
Right. That's fine.
So
I think for me it's like I have people where I have the notifications on for, and then I will watch everything.
Oh, I don't have
unless it's like a topic I specifically like.
Yeah, there are a few people that I have notifications on for.
Margaret, you don't have my notifications on?
It's so rude.
I don't have notifications on for anyone.
We're breaking up. I'm turning notifications off for you. And if I don't have notifications on, I will never remember that you post.
Well, because
Christine, your notifications are on for me.
Thank you, Brianna. You're my favorite.
I mean, I don't need notifications on for either of you because I watch your videos so often that it gives me notifications anyways.
You know what? When I made that queer
but I made the choice to turn on notifications.
Yeah.
For both of you.
And when I made that tweet about a queer found family trope, Brianna replied to it. So Margaret, you don't have my notifications on. You're not I'm
okay with being
Christine, we can get married.
Family. I'm just like the least queer of your friends.
Still queer.
That's not even the point of the found family trope. Not everyone has to be gay.
Oh, okay. Then hold on.
You can be the one we bully.
Hold on. Let me fix at least this part.
And then turn on my notifications while you're at it because I'm beginning to think that you don't love me as much as I love you.
Oh my goodness.
Can we get
I make sure to watch your video.
Margaret's being rude.
Right. Okay, let's talk about some questions that we have.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of Briar, Christina. Now I can't scroll any further.
Yeah, you can do that for a while. That's fair.
Fair enough. All right. So we kind of talked a little bit about it, but we are, and if you're doing beta and you're in the comments, feel free to drop your
or if you're not doing
suggestions or answers. Or
that's amazing.
Isn't that so good? When I saw that, I was like, fucking retweet all day.
But are we planning ahead or winging it this month?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I feel like
Plancing.
I am in the planning phase at the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to have so this I will show you the plan. Can you see that? This was the plan for April. I had a video for every single day planned. We're going to do that again. But I'm also I'm on Aries moon, which means that I'm also comfortable with throwing out the plan if I need to.
That reminds me of the line from, have you guys seen The Flash with Captain Cold? And he was like, make a plan.
Oh yes.
Was it make a plan?
Make the plan. Oh, I know exactly what it is. It's like make the plan. Basically, it's like throw the plan out the window is the way.
Yeah. Make the plan. Execute the plan.
Plan.
Realize the plan doesn't work. Throw the
plan out the window.
And I feel like that's going to be me by about like my birthday. Like I'll be good for the first couple of weeks, especially on like videos that like are already pre-filmed, and then by the middle of the month I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm done. But just so that you know, August is my birthday month and we are celebrating it all month.
Okay.
What's the specific day again? Because I was just planning on celebrating all month.
The 18th.
18th. Got it. So 5 days after Sebastian stands. Got it.
Cool.
Got it.
The fact that is your measure is.
And the problem is though, I can't forget. Like when I had a crush on Josh Hutcherson at 13, I remembered his birthday, and I can't forget it now. I remember the page that Finnick Odair died on. I remember the page that Rob Stark died on. I can't forget these things once I get them into my obsessed little brain.
Can we appreciate the fact that I don't remember or I don't know my current crush's birthday, and I am currently surprised by it every year?
Who? Which actor is that?
I'm not telling you because it's not an actor. It is a booktuber.
Oh, never mind. I know who it is.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Like
I just have wild celebrity crushes because they played a character I like. That's that's the reason.
I mean, I am currently on Loki thirst trap talk, and I'm not mad about it.
Like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The nice thing about the Loki fandom right now is that it's very directed for bi and pansexual people, where it's like, oh, you got Tom Hiddleston and you got Sophia DiMartino here to thirst over. And
It's bi panic is what it is.
It is. It's like bi winning is what it is. Like bi success. Yeah. It's like, yes, look at you.
But
both.
like also Tom Hiddleston thirst traps are like god tier. There's one person at work, her and I are pretty good friends, and we like both have this, we both ended up on Loki thirst trap talk, and I was like, Tom Hiddleston is the reason why I know that I'm not gay.
Tom Hiddleston and Derek, you mean?
Yes, of course.
Of course, also our real life partners.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Alex chuckles in the background.
I feel like Alex is lucky that you discovered Sebastian Stan when you did.
When I did, that was way before I discovered Alex.
Yeah, I know.
I think pretty early into our relationship, I was like, I would leave you for Sebastian Stan. No questions asked. Right? Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, that's reasonable. But now I know that I mean, it doesn't have
there was one video that I saw that was like, it was somebody trying to like be mean about it, and they're like, it was like this redneck dude, and he was like, your woman would leave you for Captain America, and then like someone stitched it as a guy, and he goes, I would leave my significant other for Captain America.
As you should.
That one. And then he's like, if she wouldn't, there's something wrong with her. And I was just like, we appreciate you, sir.
Yeah.
Specifically Captain America, not Chris Evans.
Well, right.
You wouldn't leave me for Captain America?
No.
Why? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
He's too American?
I gotta give Alex that one.
That's fair. Okay.
I mean,
what about
hold on, Alex.
What about T'Challa? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
He is in fact like the least American. Like he's not
true.
He's like
pretty much goes against what the government says every single time.
He's actually probably Canadian.
He literally is like going against the government in all three movies. But
he's not a very American.
No, he's not. He's when you the things that people don't like about America, like, or Americans, like Steve Rogers is none of those things, which is why he's so wonderful.
Except morally superior. That whole like self-righteousness, he does have that going, and so does
he does. But he also would never go to a foreign country and expect them to speak English because he's American.
That's true. Although he is the only character in that Cap family that we haven't seen speaking another language.
Probably, but he would be nice about it. Like, is there anyone
Arabic?
with
Bucky speaks
secrets?
anything.
Yeah,
I don't know how we got back onto Avengers, but
I don't know either. But like, I just want to point out, Bucky didn't have a choice to be able to speak everything. Like, that was forced on him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Sam did.
Right. Okay. So we're planting Veda.
Wait, really quickly.
No, I'm planning.
You're aiming for Sam as Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay, can you say that he's handsome?
Yeah.
That's all you have. He's handsome?
Yeah.
Any more enthusiasm than that?
I need more enthusiasm. Okay, so Margaret,
he has
you are
cheekbones that could cut glass. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Margaret is planning. The rest of us are trying to.
Yeah. So they're like, I'm not opposed to like throwing things out and like getting new ideas if I have a better idea come along. But I do want to, like, because the last time I did beta in August, I had huge filming sessions every weekend and I would get stuff filmed.
Right.
So.
That's what I'm trying to do this week. During beta is try to film on the weekends. So hopefully that works. We'll see. My biggest thing that I don't want to happen, and this kind of leads into the next question, is I don't want to get burned out. I have a tendency in September and May to not film anything, not do anything, because I, been sitting in front of the camera for so much or for so long. Fortunately, like, I'm doing 3 videos a week as it is now, so I feel like 7 isn't going to be that much different. I mean, it's going to be double, yes, but it's not going to feel as much as like only the 1 or 2 videos a week.
I'm hoping, well, I mean, it helps that like a lot of my stuff is like pretty easy, like formulaic stuff. That's going to help because like the Fresh Reads Friday stuff, that has a formula. I'm going to be doing sprints. So 1 day a week, it's live. Vlogs, that has like, that's not content that I'm having to film. So I've got 3 videos already that are pretty easy to do. It's just the editing. And hopefully, since I have changed my editing program, I will be getting burnt out less.
I feel like it takes you a really long time to edit videos.
It does? Okay. I used to be really good about like editing them in like a couple of days. It's just been really hard for me since like pretty much like November of last year to stay on track and stuff.
No, but even then, like, I feel like it takes you longer because like, you're saying a couple of days. Like, how long does it take? Like, if you sat down, let's pretend you just like sat down and did it like from beginning to end for like a 20-minute video. How long would that take you?
I mean, so the way I usually edit is I have like 25-minute chunks that I sit down for, and like I try to edit a little bit every day versus editing for a long ago. Yeah. And that bites me in the ass a lot, but it also like I have to balance it with everything else. I know.
Right yeah, I do that too.
So like I edit when I can find time right now, and that's what's been making things. Because like if I sat down with like I don't know, like 30 minutes of footage, that 2-3 hours probably.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just that it's spread out over multiple
like
days.
It took you like a few days to edit 30 minutes, and I
was like,
no.
What?
I think like for me, I think there's probably only been 2 or 3 videos that I haven't done in one sit down session, just edit the whole thing.
The video that took me the longest is when I hit 300 subs. I went over and this was a while ago, I went over like all my past content and clipped 300 swear words from like 300 instances of me cursing for 300 subscribers. And that took me, I think, a week.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. My 2020 in review video took, I think I clocked it in at like 9 hours of editing.
Right.
But that was a lot of like going back and finding like exact instant, finding old videos and then trying to like edit those videos down. Cause I don't keep raw footage. So once it's edited, I get rid of it. So I had to basically go in and like find the part of the 20-minute video that I wanted, pull that out. But generally like a 20-minute video for me will take between 30 minutes and an hour to edit. And I'll just like sit down and do it.
Yeah, what I usually do is like I switched. I always, and I'll talk about this during my productivity thing. I like switch out tasks. I'll do like one of one of one. So it'll be like I will edit a minute and then I will do something else and get that whatever. I'm like read a chapter, get that done, go back, edit a minute. But if I put those all together, yeah, like an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah. No, for some reason, editing for me is one of those ones that I have to get it all done at once.
Fair.
So I try to
usually will do it with something on in the background. Like I'll have TV or whatever on in the background. And I think that's like how I can get my brain to like still be stimulated enough.
That's funny.
But if I like set it down, I won't go back to it.
Fair.
So maybe that's one of my hyperfixations.
No, that's fair though. You got to know what works for you.
Yeah. So, but and the other thing is that like iMovie is just so easy to use. Like it's very user friendly and it's very like it flows well. So it's just easy to like edit the whole thing at once.
Where I get stuck is the filming.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because I like there are days where I'm just like I can't fucking go on camera today. Like yesterday I had time to film like probably 4 videos, but like so I didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I am a theater person, so I'm used to being able to put that on.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that makes sense, right?
I'm used to being able to separate what happened today at home from, like, I had a performance where I freaked out beforehand because my mom and my brother were coming. Okay. And so I texted one of them and was like, hey, do you know when you're going to be here? And he texts me back. He goes, no, I had to text BJ. He texts me back. He goes, this is the police. Your mom and brother have been in an accident. As I'm getting ready to go on stage because he thought it was a cute joke. And I'm sitting there going, what? And I like immediately called him and I was like, you motherfucker. Like not in those words.
That's not okay.
And he's like, I'm sorry. I should have said like the po-po.
And his life.
So I have this whole freak out. And like, luckily I called him right away. So I didn't have a long time, but like, I was so mad and I had to go on stage.
Like adrenaline rush of that.
Right. That's terrible.
Oh, I'm gonna, next time I'm on a live with him, I'm gonna roast the shit out of him.
Yeah, you should.
So like, he's lucky I didn't have anxiety because I would have had a legitimate panic attack because
that would have ended me.
Flustered I was. So
that's terrifying.
So yeah, anyways. Yeah.
See, for me, my thing is like, because filming is definitely the hardest part for me, because if I am not focused, then because I don't script any of my videos. I used to. If you go back and watch like my very early videos, it's very obvious that they're scripted. So I don't recommend it. But I
usually have some form of bullet points. Sometimes they are more.
Nothing.
Sometimes they are less.
I have nothing. So if I'm in one of those like weird moods where like I can't focus on a thing, I ramble so much, and I don't realize that I'm rambling until I edit. Like I was editing a video yesterday, and I definitely disassociated for like 15 seconds. I was like, "What the hell am I doing?"
Been there.
That's funny.
What? Okay.
I feel like a bit like a crazy person when I do that too, which I know isn't like the right word to say, but I'll be like,
yes. I was just like, why is there's a very like,
here's
long
what I love about the love
here.
triangle. Like it's like I'll just come back like nothing happened. I'll be like,
yeah. I'm like, what was I thinking there?
Yeah. Editing it, I'm like, is she okay? Like,
right. There are some videos that like I have filmed and I have very much not been okay, and like I vented that on camera. Like it'll keep cropping up as I'm talking, and I'll just edit that shit out. But like that's part of how I get out stuff. Like there's a fully a vlog that I had where I spent like 15 minutes talking about how frustrated I was with work.
I should just do that for my current situation.
Yeah, it helps. It helps because then I got to watch it back and go, we're editing all of this out because my boss does know I have a YouTube channel.
Right.
That's funny. I should make story time videos, but just deep family trauma.
Oh my goodness. I mean, those generally do pretty well. So
yeah, no, I'm not. I think that would be like, I don't know though. That seems like crossing a bit of a line, is being like, this is what this is but the time that my
See, I feel like
to blank.
Yeah.
Like those are the kinds of things that like you either need to have a purpose behind them, like you're sharing to help other people, or you have ties with that family and you need to vent.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend doing that if you still want to repair the relationship with them, but
that's kind of where.
Right.
But it would be so easy, right? Be like,
so moving on to our editing. We talked about editing. So what programs are we using for stuff? Margaret has a new one.
I'm using Premiere Pro finally because it was only a few dollars more than the one I'm currently using, which is shit.
I was breaking up with WeVideo.
I have 2 videos. No. I have 1 video I have to finish editing and do the final edit for, and I never have to touch WeVideo ever again in my life.
That's so exciting.
No, wait. Yeah, no. Hold on. Wait, no, we have Video Sunday, Video Wednesday. Okay, I might have 3. I might have 2. My brain got mixed up on dates. It's fine. It's 2021. It happens.
It happens.
And let me tell you, like being able, like, here's the thing. My thing is edit with what you have access to. Like,
absolutely.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
At the bottom line, WeVideo and Premiere Pro for the basic editing are not all that different. WeVideo is just a terrible program. What it does,
don't you have to have internet for it?
Yeah, you have to be on the internet for it, so it's slow, it's laggy. I also figured out that I think the fact that I was using a Chromebook really affected how well it was able to process footage and stuff, because I've not had as many problems since I've switched over to this computer. First time streaming on it. Haven't had as many problems since I switched over to this computer. Like it'll do the like pause thing like once, whereas sometimes it would do it like every single time you switch to clip.
Okay,
especially if you were adding more layers into it. Like the more layers you got into the video, the more time it took it to get through stuff. And like, so you would have pauses like rendering and all annoying shit. So like the only reason I recommend edit with what you have access to. If this had Windows Movie Maker on it, I probably would be working on Windows Movie Maker instead of Premiere Pro because it's going to have what I need for it. I just was already paying for an editing program. I know Windows doesn't have an in-house editing program anymore. Right. But whatever will get the video done is good. And it's just like you get what you pay for, but they're all going to do the basic for a lot of it. And there are some free ones that are better or that are out there that are comparable to Premiere Pro. I just didn't have access to any of those when I had a Chromebook.
Well, and the other thing is that like the thing, especially about BookTube specifically, is that they are generally low editing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need all of the like special effects and things like that. Like if you're it's a talking head video for 90% of what we do. So you don't have to have all these like special effects that some of the like big vloggers and stuff have to have.
The one thing I would suggest is for if you do a try it out. The one thing, and this is one of the things that really I'm finding was a time suck on WeVideo, because I would have to like start from the beginning of the clip every time if I couldn't, or like it was hard to figure out where you needed to go back to make a cut.
Right.
Make sure you find one that has an audio track that is accurate to like that's detailed enough that you can actually tell. Like that's the one thing I would say is like see how they do their audio track when you're doing talking head videos.
Right.
You can make really nice basic edits that have good clean videos without a lot of special effects.
Right.
Yeah, the program I use is called VSDC Video Editor. It's free. It's honestly like it's got all of what I need. Yeah. I have also used Rush, but the thing is, so through work, I have a full subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, but I don't want to do personal stuff on there.
Yeah. I have Rush somewhere.
Rush is like, I'd say it's much cheaper. If you can't afford the like $30 or whatever that Premiere is per month, I don't know. It's $27.99 in Canadian. I don't know what it is in.
It's $21 in US.
Okay.
$99.
If you can't afford that, though, like Rush is a lot cheaper, and Rush absolutely has everything you would ever need to do BookTube videos, I think.
Yeah. And I actually would say, so if you're going to invest in anything, investing in better audio is what should come first. Investing in better lighting is what should come next if you can. That's when you start worrying about your camera. Once you've got audio and lighting taken care of, that's when you can start worrying about the camera if that's an issue.
The software really
that you go to app software, because so much of what is important is going to be from that first filming production standpoint.
Right.
And that's somewhere where I really need to improve is my all of that.
I can definitely help with that. Like it's
more
so
just like
easier than you think.
Yeah. Like, okay, well, camera, like you can't not. Yeah,
I film on my iPhone.
I used this for quite a bit before my parents. Like the only reason I have this bitch is because my parents bought it for me. Because they were tired of hearing me bitch about the small amount of storage on my phone.
Well, the nice thing about this now is that everything just uploads to the cloud, which is really nice because I have Apple for everything. So I don't even have to import footage anymore. It's already there.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. Because I use iMovie, I have a MacBook, and then I have an iPhone. It's just and then I have an external mic that I like just plug into my phone.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessary. Like I've forgotten to plug it in and been fine. It's just not quite as clear. And then I have a ring light, and that's it.
I need to get that's what I think I should invest in. That's like easy is the ring light.
They are not expensive.
Yeah.
I think mine was $50.
Yeah.
I got it for my birthday last year. And like I probably don't need it because like if you can you can't really tell. But like that's where I film, and there's a window on either side of the bookshelf. So I don't usually even need it. My ring light just balances the light out, so it's not quite as yellow.
Yeah, that's what I'm using right now. I have this little bitty ring light right now for this camera. Like I use those windows over there for any sort of other videos that you do, but for like
Can
for
you
this,
tell
I have this little light, and then I have hold on. I have this desk lamp from early days on my channel that I just shine at a wall, and it gives a little bit of extra. Like that's what I started with.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cheap ring light that I don't use really because I usually can film during the day, although we may break it out for Veda.
Right. But I'll definitely use it for I use it for most of my live streams, especially when I'm doing like reading sprints, because the way that my chair is, I get a really harsh light from the window. But the nice thing is that my house is weird, and this is technically the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this very nice chandelier that's like super bright.
Well, you can see my bedroom light is up there.
Yeah. So like anywhere else in the house, I don't have as great of lighting. And I'm definitely going to be filming some of my more like conversational stuff in my bedroom this year. So
some answers for some of the questions that are in the chat. John Saxon has a question about editing and then one about camera. I'm going to put together a playlist of video. I'm going to try and find the videos that helped me, but I would suggest following Alan Spicer. I would suggest following Think Media and Video Influencers. They're tied together.
And then video creators too is another one that's also tied to video influencers.
Yeah. There's also someone called Film Booth that I've recently started following that's a lot of help. So the way I've learned editing is a lot of YouTube. It's basically just learning how, like, when to cut. Like, you just need to know how to cut stuff and get rid of stuff and, like, put things together in your channel. For cameras, Think Media and Video Influencers are really good about having budget options when it comes to if you want to get a camera. I've heard really good things about the Canon PowerShot. It's a point-and-shoot camera. That was the one that I was originally going to get. My parents got me the Canon EOS M50, which is a really good little camera if you're able to spend a couple $100s. It does have this that you can like this is so helpful, even if I do spend way too much time looking at it. So I've had really good. Yeah, if you watch, and that's what
let me grab my mic that I have for yours.
Because I have both of my mics now too. So yeah, I would just like any camera that you can afford that's going to give you at least 1080 because most stuff is in 1080. Like, don't worry about 4K. I have 4K. I don't even use it. So if your phone has 1080, if you have a camera that has 1080, go ahead and go with that. Like that's the most that you need for good high quality footage.
Yeah.
And
the thing is that most smartphones have good enough quality that you can do videos on your phone.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely different than it was 5 years ago.
Like I said, I started on one of these. I upgraded my phone so I would be able to film videos and have some storage space. So I would mostly, like, if you don't have money for a camera, just invest in a memory card, an SD card for your phone. And then as far as mics go, I started, and I don't know what the brand is. I'm sorry for this one. I started out with this little lavalier mic. You do need to pay attention because sometimes you will need to get an adapter.
Yeah.
To make it fit your phone. But this is what I started with. I actually think I ended up putting it on the tripod because it picks up so well.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
I don't even, like, it doesn't have to be even in my shots. And then what I don't want to drop that. I almost knocked my glass off. What I use now is a Movo. I don't remember. It's a shotgun mic. It's the Movo, and I don't remember the exact number. But if you look up Movo shotgun mic mini, it will give you this. And then it comes with this, but you can also get an adapter to I could play if I wanted to plug this into my phone. I have the adapter, so I could.
Right.
Actually,
no, that's exactly what I use.
Phone.
This is just a lapel mic, but I just clip it onto the tripod.
Yeah.
I did get this little extra, whatever this is called, because that doesn't have, I was getting, it wasn't filtering out the background noise as much. Yeah. This does. And then because I film on my phone, I just have the adapter because this is just a normal auxiliary port. And so I just have the Apple adapter.
You can't see it because it's on the floor right now, but I have right now a box fan going at all times. This mic is so sensitive, and that's why I recommend if you can getting a shotgun mic because it is more targeted. It's got a smaller range of stuff that it's gonna pick up.
Right.
I've been able to use this mic I've been able to use my in-camera mic as well while I'm walking around at Universal vlogging. And with that, I don't know if it's the wind filter or if it's the mic, but you can't hear my fan if I am talking. So you can hear it in the background if there's silence, but if I'm talking, my mic is picking up me and it's not picking up the fan for the most part.
That's good.
So yeah.
Mine, I can, because I live on a busy street, so you still sometimes hear the big trucks.
Oh, you'll hear planes fly and stuff. Yeah. I don't pay attention to that.
I'm just whatever.
My dogs make noise all the time.
All the time. The amount of times that I have to stop filming because they've decided that they're going to bark at the mailman.
Oh my god!
My dogs will be we love them. Wrestling right now. Fuck you guys.
Well, I lock them out of. They're not allowed in the office, so I usually just close the door and just whatever. So because Shotzi will eat everything, or Doyle has this thing about walking under the tripod and then it's just phew, crash.
You're not a small dog, Doyle. We love you, but you're not small.
He thinks he is. The nice thing is that my ring light has a plastic case, so it has fallen over and nothing has happened to it.
Yeah, my ring light is plastic as well. I just haven't used it. Yeah,
I found this one on Amazon. I think I just searched for a lapel mic or whatever. And the thing is that you don't have to have them. Your phones have
pretty good microphones. I got this because I wanted to improve the quality of my audio, and this was $20.
Yeah.
That shotgun mic was also $20. If you have a tripod, I would go with with a shotgun mic and make sure that you have double check if you need to get an adapter because most phones let me show. Most phones use this adapter. It's it's two rings. And then a lot of mics
or this if you're an iPhone.
Yeah. A camera will a lot of the mics will come with 3 rings when they're lav mics because they're getting they're going to be plugged into something a little different than a phone is what they usually are plugged into. People use, this is the main mic that people will use in church or on Broadway, that kind of thing. Right. Not this particular mic, but the type of mic.
Right.
So, but yeah.
A lot of times, especially if you look for it on Amazon, they'll have the questions and answers, and then you'll be able to say can you use this with a
I would
phone.
start honestly looking on YouTube, because people will have like that. Just look up best budget, whatever you need for blah blah blah, and that's going to be honestly the best. That's how I found most of the products. Like I knew the Canon M50 was a good camera before my parents bought it. I just didn't think I would be like, I was looking at something that would be $200.
Right.
So
I've thought about upgrading to a camera. I'm at that point where I'm just like, this works. My quality is decent. There's no reason to spend $500. Like it may not be great, but it's decent.
Yeah.
But then going back to the editing, the other thing about that is just like if you don't know where to start, look up YouTube videos for the editing software that you have or that your computer has or that you want to use. Because that'll give you a lot of the basics in a quicker, more succinct way than like one of the like tutorials.
And I don't know about you guys, but you gotta just do it. You gotta just jump into it. Like film something that you're not super attached to, that like not your like most ambitious project ever. Like I just filmed a very simple book review for my first ever video and just jump in and try editing it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, like the BookTube newbie tag is great.
Great. Yeah. You gotta be okay with failing the first couple of times, because like,
yes.
Oh my God. If I could show y'all my first video, it's awful.
I can show you.
I
can. It's on my channel still. It's awful. I was still a little baby, like still kind of conservative, and like so much has changed since Margaret filmed that video.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like I wasn't voting for Trump at that point, but like I was still mostly like the Republican Party can be saved. I know better now. I'm like, I mean, I want to burn the whole system down and start from scratch, but that's just me.
You know, so anyway. I'm with that.
Oh.
Right.
But yeah, like you just have to like a lot of what I've learned is trial and error and Googling shit.
Yeah. What I try to do is I have some sort of like concept in my mind of like, okay, I want to do this with my video. And then I'll literally just like Google how to do this.
And I will say, like, part of why I had to like go my own way with videos, because there's not a lot. Okay, so that blurry background is actually really in. Like that's like high tier. Like they make videos on how to have you in focus and the background blurred.
Right.
Like I'm trying to get there.
But if you're talking about more like where you get a glare, that's just where you just need to figure out how to balance your light, because that just means that you have a stronger light coming in from one way. And that's when you get that like really bright glare, like maybe down at the bottom of your screen or something.
And also just, I think like it's important to know that nobody's, if you're like a brand new channel and you're like, this is my first video and your editing isn't perfect, I don't think anyone in the book community
or even if you're just like, you know, not even if it's just your first video, like there's a lot of grace in BookTube.
Yeah. And people want the content more than they want. Like I know for myself, I mostly listen. Like I
I do too. I don't pay attention, and then I have to rewind stuff.
Like if your audio isn't even I just like listen, so I don't care if there's a bit of a glare on your screen, and then I look at like the covers and stuff. But like if you don't have perfect audio, even like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like just I'd rather that like I'm there for the well thought out content and like the conversation and the book recommendations than I am for like.
Well, and that's why like the most important thing to fix first is your audio quality.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I would agree.
I will admit that there are times where like the audio quality is like very staticky, or you know, and I turn the video off because I just I can't focus on what they're actually talking about. I will turn it off
if like I can deal with a little bit of static. If I can't hear you, that's when I am
right.
like need to like I unsubscribed from I think one of the bigger booktubers at one point, because when they were early in their channel, I couldn't hear her, and I was watching it at work, and I was like, well, I'm not going to watch, like I watch all of my videos at work. I'm not watching at home. I'm not going to remember to come back to this. So there's no point in me being on her sub list and taking up space, like making you think that she's not like I'm holding her back. I'm like, I'm subscribed to her now, but
right.
There,
Yeah, no, just fix your light balance. Like don't like try not to get that harsh backlight. And that would probably fix that problem.
A lot of that too, Margaret, and you can probably speak to this as a theater student, is projection.
Yeah.
I think we definitely talk louder in our videos than we do in like a I know I do.
I feel like I'm yelling in so many of my videos.
Yeah, and you're an example of somebody with very good projection because you're trained in it, right? And some people, but some people need to learn that. Like some people need to. I'm good at it because I did like speeches and stuff. But some people need to learn how to speak for an audience rather than.
And you're also very, like, you tend to be very nervous when you first start out. And so then you talk like this, and you have a soft voice, and you're, high pitched. And
hi, like, please watch my channel, and like, I swear that I'm fun. And like, I don't look at me, but please look at me.
Right. You just have to be chill.
We've all been there. Like my first video, I tried to sound so I tried to be so bubbly and friendly, and guess who's not bubbly and friendly?
Not fucking you.
I swear that my early videos, like my octave is about my pitch is about 2 octaves higher than where I'm at.
That's probably something like something to say about our like training to be like feminized as like women in this society where we're like, hi, I'm just meeting you for the first time. My name's Christine and I don't have any strong opinions.
Please ignore the mess because I'm demonstrating kind of like, so I'm usually about here. So about like 3 feet back from my camera when I'm talking to my camera.
Yeah.
If you are soft spoken, I would suggest having the camera closer. So maybe you're right here. So that it's less. I'm trying to do this so that I don't take my mic down and you can see me.
And also work on it. Work on projecting.
Yeah, and you can like as you get better, but like you can get pretty close to these cameras a lot of the time. Be here. That's fine.
Make love to the camera. Hug the camera.
Love the camera.
Because I'm not as projecting as much in my vlogs.
You want to get right up close so you can see all your pores and blemishes. Look.
No, let's not do that.
Not that.
That's what you want. The lines.
The lines.
That's what you want to see.
We avoid those. What program do you use for your thumbnails?
Canva.
I use Canva. It is nice and free. Now I have the paid version because I do the thing where I remove the background. So I use some of the special effects, and the background remover is not free. So
I do like social media as a job as well. And I take it more seriously than I take this. So like, don't worry if you're like, what the fuck are you doing? But
YouTube's also supposed to be really good for like helping you remove backgrounds and stuff. From what I've heard, I've never figured it out.
Interrupt my spiel.
Sorry.
I use Spark. I use Adobe Spark at work for all of my company's social media posts and a bit of InDesign as well. And I like, while you can pay to access those, I think while you're starting out, the free version of Canva is very effective.
Right.
And Canva has, I think, just a bit more like freedom, I would say, than other programs. So
yeah. I use 2 programs. I use Facetune to fix any lighting issues on my actual like picture of the thumbnail, because I can actually like change the way that the light is. I can like smooth out my face so that if I take a thumbnail that I don't have makeup on, I can look like I do. And then I use Procreate on my iPad, which is like I don't want to say it's the free version because it's not free. I think it was like $20.
Yeah.
But it's Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah.
For the iPad. And I've like had a lot of fun using that.
And I did a lot before I moved to my current thumbnail style. Like there's a lot you can do just and hi Haven. Shapes and text and stuff with Canva for their free version. Like there's going to be certain things that you can't access, but it is a very good program, and it's one of the ones that all of the people that I follow that do they make stuff on using that because they recommend it. I would definitely
easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say easy. There was a little bit of a learning curve for me also, but it was also my first like real editing program. But like, again, look up tutorials on YouTube. They're going to be so helpful. That's how I learned like 90% of what I know is like, how do you make a good thumbnail? Blah, 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 blah. And all
see, I think that's actually harder than learning the program. I think learning what style works for you is way harder than actually learning the program itself.
Right. Another thing I would suggest if you're trying to find your thumbnail style is looking at what other booktubers or whatever niche you're in do and see what you like and try and emulate that. That's the easiest way. Like if I can find like something that I can to base things off of, that's when I'm able to figure it out. And I have like, it's funny, like finding a blueprint is what gives me freedom to do what I want to do and figure out what I want.
Same. I'm the same
way.
Well,
I think that there are definitely like there are a few styles of thumbnails that are like very prevalent in booktube.
Kayla, Books and Lala, has a really good video about that where she's trying out all of the different ones. I highly recommend you watch that because like booktube has a slightly different style than what most YouTubers are going to like the big people saying this is how you YouTube. It's a little different than what they're going to suggest you do. But it also still has good like background knowledge on how to make a good thumbnail.
But I think the most important thing about thumbnails is just making sure that it's consistent.
Especially the font.
No.
Holy
readable. Fuck. Making sure that people, I think I would do that first. Make sure that you have a style that you like.
Well, make sure that your style is accessible and readable. Yeah.
But then find consistency in that.
Cursive writing, it may be pretty when it's big on your like screen that you're working on, but you have to think what can you read from a phone screen?
Yeah. So. And some like, and it's the same no matter what. You just have to look at like what I always zoom out to like the 25% mark to see how it looks, because that's about what it would look like from a phone screen. It's not the itty bitty. And there are cursive scripts that work with that. There are cursive scripts that do not.
And look at color balance too, like the color wheel. Mm-hmm. Don't be putting colored font on the wrong color. You know, like. Ooh. You're gonna look like puke if you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions before or would like to bring up some stuff before we like close out and start doing some like being productive today?
Do you guys? Do you want to hear my exciting news before we go?
Oh, you have exciting news? I didn't know this.
I did. Yeah. So in half an hour, we're gonna leave this house and drive to dog training, even though I'm broken. And Cassie's gonna work on ducks for the first time.
That's exciting.
Oh yeah, you told us that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So I'm gonna go hold a duck corpse today and give it to my dog to put in her mouth.
You say that like it's a good thing.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we have productivity streams tonight on Margaret's channel at 7 p.m. What are we gonna be focusing on then?
It will depend on where I am that day.
No, but like that's the point is like to do like sprints, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing sprints. And it's just bring whatever you need to work on. I may be editing a video. That's the nice thing about now having two computers.
Right.
Because my old computer works just fine for streaming.
Right. That is a good idea.
My video is not gonna, or my editing program's not gonna lag.
Right. Right.
So we're gonna work on like, I'm hoping I'll be in the editing phase, but if not, we're gonna be doing planning stuff. But I'm actually planning on filming some stuff for the planning phase
So before then, because we do have, several hours before that, what is your goal for the afternoon before 7 o'clock to get done?
Get my life together.
I would like to vlog all day while I'm working on stuff. And then I would like to figure out kind of a situation, to set up, because I was going to do just like a very scripted voiceover review for A Song of Wraith and Ruins, but I think I want to be doing something while I do that. And whether that's like brushing my dog while I talk about, or like something like that.
Please. Yeah. Oh my God, more Briar or Cassie content.
Right.
Yeah. And Briar fucking needs a brush, man. Like,
there you go.
I don't think you understand. So
my goal right now, we have an hour and a half until the Avengers watch Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, I'll be gone for that.
Oh, I do need to watch that one. Like I haven't seen it. I guess I should actually watch that one.
Remember when Alex tried to tell me Bucky wasn't in it?
So my goal is to film my book haul because that's like tomorrow's video.
Yeah.
So I need to film that before Ant-Man, and then
My goal is to shower.
and
Before
then during Ant-Man I need to clean.
Yes.
Fair.
Oh yeah, I do need to. Maybe that's when I will clean because I do need to like clean my room up so that I can do some filming. I also would like to like finish the 2 books I need to read for vlogs and for like they need to be read. So I'd like to get a huge chunk of those done.
Yeah, I want to finish this because I definitely have like so many thoughts that I want to talk about on my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
She's a trunker.
All right. Well, then we have an hour and a half before the Avengers. So we should start being
We're going to be
productive.
doing this and Civil War in the same month. My God. Why did we choose this?
Wait, what?
Veda and Civil War. No,
Yeah, we are.
But what are we
We'll be
doing?
fine.
We don't know what's
We don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on.
I just
Civil War.
I just know we're definitely probably doing something based on our pattern. I'm not sure what we're doing because I don't pay attention. So if we have plans, I do not know them. This is not a spoiler. I'm just like, it's probably going to be a thing, and why?
Great.
It's okay. We can do it.
I'm glad Team Cap is so organized.
Have you met Steve Rogers?
Fair enough. No one's organized. No one's organized. They're all
Take
men.
down an entire government organization like last minute.
You're right. You're right.
Like there was like
This is team. We don't have any schematics.
Right.
All right.
Okay, well then good luck. And everybody, Margaret's everyone's channels are linked down below. So tomorrow
also right there.
There you go. So tonight we've got productivity streams. And then tomorrow morning at 10. 8 my time.
We've got
at 10 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing on Christine's channel. We're going to be talking about how to be productive and how to multitask and everything like that.
My
and then
boss calls me a workhorse.
There you go. And then immediately following that, we are going to be doing a filming productivity stream. So you're actually going to be able to like see all of us filming. Like, so my computer's going to be set up here, and then you're going to like see me film.
Yeah, it's going to be embarrassing for all of us.
It really is. But you'll get like a sneak peek about like maybe some of the things that we're doing.
Nice.
Maybe I should do a boozy book talk, and then maybe that's when I should do
at noon.
Yeah.
Would. I mean, it's in Paris.
No, I have to drive after, so I can't.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. And then at 5 p.m. I think on Sunday. Let me check because I'm a mess.
I love how Alex is just like right on top of Haven when he starts barking.
Right.
I hate barking.
See, we wanted Susie to bark, but we also trained her to shut up. It lasted about 5 minutes, but like it was like, yes, let us know, thank you.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
enough.
That's enough.
Briar like woofs, like it's like very like. Woof, woof.
That's how Briar does.
I don't mind it, right? But Cassie and Haven are like, brr, and I'm like, stop.
Anyway, 5 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, we're going to be on Merritt's channel, and we're going to be brainstorming any type of like holes that we might have for the month. So
nice. I'm working on filling that. I've been working on filling that out today, just figuring out how many days a week do I have to put a vlog up,
right?
all to be caught up, so that my last vlog of August is going up the first Monday in September or first.
There
Sunday.
you go. There you go.
So
anyways, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Come back tonight, and yeah,
we'll see you.
Be there or be square, bitches.
Oh, that.